The state legislature has a long to-do list once it goes into special session soon. Lawmakers are going to address housing issues, federal funding cuts, and more. And is there a reason that Governor Lamont has not been as vocal when reacting to President Trump's National Guard deployments? Well, joining us to talk about it all is Dan Haar, the senior editor and columnist at Hearst Connecticut Media. Dan, thanks for being with us today.
Great to be here.
So the state legislature is going to go into that special session soon, and there was talk that it could happen in September. It looks like October now. My understanding is the reason will be to address the housing bill that the governor decided not to sign.
Well, that's the ostensible original. There were two ostensible original reasons. One is the housing bill that he vetoed, which is supposed to be renegotiated, which has not been successfully renegotiated. So that might not happen at all, because the governor kind of painted himself in a corner on that one. The other is to find ways to spend state money on things that the federal government is cutting, either through DOGE or through the big, ugly, beautiful bill. And the thing that we're now seeing emerging is something altogether different, which is policy issues, chiefly strengthening the Trust Act to help immigrants against ICE, and maybe even other things that Trump is doing.
All right, so talk about the National Guard troops also that have been deployed to California and D.C. We know President Trump has mentioned that he would like to do it in other places. We haven't heard much from Governor Lamont reacting to these deployments as much as maybe some other governors. Is there any reason to read into that?
Yeah, these issues are related. Look, there are details of the Trust Act that activists, Democratic, progressive activists, are pushing really hard to see the governor enact and the legislature enact. Then they have to do with data sharing, very specific things. The ICE ability to go into state courthouses, that's another thing. The National Guard is the same sort of dynamic. The governor doesn't want to make too much noise against Trump's White House because he has a state to run and he has to basically get things out of the White House that, say, senators don't. And that's the dynamic, and that's why he's not quite as loud on the National Guard. Although, to be fair to him, he did sign the first letter in June, and he did appear with Attorney General Tom to decry it.
All right. Thank you, Dan. And we know that you write about politics and more for CT Insider. Well, we'll look for your columns on ctinsider.com. We appreciate you being with us.